Cliff House, North Pole, Christmas 1938. My dear Priscilla, and all others at your house. Here we are again. Bless me, I believe I said that before, but after all, you don't want Christmas to be different each year, do you? I am frightfully sorry that I haven't had the time to draw any big picture this year, and Ilbereth, my secretary, has not done one either. But we are all sending you some rhymes instead. Some of my other children seem to like rhymes, so perhaps you will. We have all been very sorry to hear about Christopher. I hope he is better, and will have a jolly Christmas. I only heard lately when my messengers and letter collectors came back from Oxford. Tell him to cheer up, and although he is now growing up and leaving stockings behind, I shall bring a few things along this year. Among them is a small astronomy book which gives a few hints on the use of telescopes. Thank you for telling me he had got one. Dear me, my hand is shaky. I hope you can read some of this. I loved your long letter with all the amusing pictures. Give my love to your Bingos and all the other 60 or more, especially Raggles and Predley and Tinker and Taylor and Jubilee and Snowball. I hope you will go on writing to me for a long while yet. Very much love to you, and lots for Chris from Father Christmas. Rhyme. Again this year, my dear Priscilla, when you're asleep upon your pillow. Bad rhyme, that's beaten you. Beside your bed, old Father Christmas. The English language has no rhyme to Father Christmas. That's why I'm not very good at making verses. But what I find a good deal worse is that girls' and boys' names won't rhyme either. And brother, either won't rhyme neither. So please forgive me, dear Priscilla, if I pretend you rhyme with pillow. She won't. As I was saying, beside your bed, old Father Christmas, afraid that any creak or hiss must, how's that? Out. Wake you up, will in a twinkling fill up your stocking. I've an inkling that it belongs in fact to Potter, but never mind. Had to help Father Christmas out there, Ilbereth. At 12 or later, he will arrive and hopes once more that he has chosen from his store. I did it. The things you want. You're 9:30. She is not a clock. But still I hope you'll drop a line for some years yet, and won't forget old Father Christmas and his pet, the North Polar Bear, and polar cubs, as fat as little butter tubs, and snowboys and elves, in fact the whole of my household, up near the pole. Upon my list made in December, your number is, if you remember, 56,785. It can't be wondered. Weak. At that I am so busy, when you think that you are nearly 10, and in that time my list has grown by quite 10,000 girls alone, even when I've subtracted all the houses where I no longer call. You all will wonder, what's the news, and if all has gone well, and if not, who's to blame, and whether Polar Bear has earned a mark good, bad, or fair, for his behavior since last winter. Well, first he trod upon a splinter. Just rhyming nonsense. It was a nail, rusty too, and went on crutches in November, and then one cold day in December he burnt his nose and singed his paws upon the kitchen grate because, without the help of tongs, he tried to roast hot chestnuts. Wow, he cried, I never did, and used a pound of butter best to cure the burns. He would not rest. I was not given a chance. But on the 23rd he went and climbed up on the roof. He meant to clear the snow away that choked his chimney up. Of course he poked his legs right through the tiles, and snow in tons fell on his bed below. He has broken saucers, cups, and plates, and eaten lots of chocolates. He's dropped large boxes on my toes, and trodden tin soldiers flat in rows. You need not believe all of this. You need. He's overwound engines and broken springs, and mixed up different children's things. He's thumbed new books and burst balloons, and scribbled lots of smudgy runes on my best paper, and wiped his feet on scarves and hankies folded neat. And yet he has been, on the whole, a very kind and willing soul. He's fetched and carried, counted, packed, and for a week has never slacked. Hear, hear. I wish you wouldn't scribble on my nice page. He's climbed the cellar stairs at least 5,000 times, the dear old beast. Paksu sends love, and Valkotuka, they are still with me, and they don't look a year older, but they're just a bit more wise and have a pinch more wit. The goblins, you'll be glad to hear, have not been seen at all this year, not near the pole, but I am told they're moving south and getting bold, and coming back to many lands and making with their wicked hands new mines and caves. But do not fear, they'll hide away when I appear. Christmas Day. Now Christmas Day has come round again, and poor North Polar Bear has got a bad pain. They say he's swallowed a couple of pounds of nuts without cracking the shells. It sounds a polarish sort of thing to do, but that isn't all between me and you. He's eaten a ton of various goods and recklessly mixed all his favorite foods, honey with ham and turkey with treacle and pickles with milk. I think that a week will be needed to put the old bear on his feet, and I mustn't forget his particular treat, plum pudding with sausages and Turkish delight, covered with cream and devoured at a bite. And after this dish he stood on his head. It's rather a wonder the poor fellow's not dead. Absolute rot. I have not got a pain in my pot. Rude fellow. I do not eat turkey or meat. I stick to the sweet, which is why I, as all know, I am so sweet myself, you sinuous elf. Goodbye. He means fatuous. No, I don't. You are not fat, but thin and silly. You know my friends too well to think, although they're rather rude with ink, that there are really quarrels here. We've had a very jolly year, except for Polar Bear's rusty nail. But now this rhyme must catch the mail. A special messenger must go, in spite of thickly falling snow, or else this won't get down to you on Christmas Day. It's 2:30. We've quite a ton of crackers still to pull and glasses still to fill. Our love to you on this Noel, and till the next one, fare you well, Father Christmas, Polar Bear, Ilbreth, Paksu, and Valkotuka.